Most people don't get sick because something suddenly goes wrong. They get sick because nothing changes for a very long time. Same routine, same posture, same stillness, day after day. I first noticed this years ago as I was sitting outside late in the evening. My laptop was open and I felt exhausted. Not sleepy, just drained. The kind of tired that makes your body feel heavy, like it's resisting you. And I remember thinking, what exactly am I tired from? Because I hadn't lifted anything. I hadn't gone anywhere. I hadn't even moved much. But my brain felt tired. That moment stuck with me. Because it didn't fit the story we're usually told about tiredness. We're taught to think sickness and fatigue come from stress, what we eat, our lifestyle, and genetics. And yes, those matter. But a lot of modern health problems come from something else. They come from not using the body enough. Not in an obvious way. Just enough that things slowly stop working as well as they should. And the habit that protects against that isn't really exercise. It's regular body movement. Not workouts, not fitness plans. Just moving your body often. Here's something most of us experience every day without naming. You can have a very busy day and a very inactive body at the same time. Think about a normal workday. You sit to work. You sit to eat and to rest. By evening, you're exhausted, but if someone asked, what did you actually do today? The answer is not much. Your body feels the stress. But stress doesn't replace movement. From the body's point of view, pressure and motion are two different things. And when one is high and the other is missing, things start to feel off. You might notice it first in small ways. You stand up and feel stiff for no clear reason. You sleep but don't feel restored. You feel low energy even on easy days. Most people brush this off. They say, I'm just tired, or it's age, or it's normal. But then you see patterns. Think about long flights. Nobody gets off a long flight saying, wow, my body feels amazing. You feel tight, foggy, a little irritable. And that's just a few hours of sitting still. Now imagine years of stillness, quietly spread across everyday life. Here's where most health conversations miss the point. We talk about movement like it's something extra, something you do to improve your body. But the body treats movement as a basic requirement. When you move regularly, the body gets a clear message. We're still using this. When you don't, the message changes and the body thinks, okay, I guess we don't need all this capacity anymore. So it adjusts. Muscles weaken because they're not being called on. Joints stiffen because they're not moving through range. Circulation slows because demand is low. That's not the body failing. That's the body being efficient. It adapts to what you repeat. And this is why this one habit affects so many things at once. This habit is not just chasing diseases. It's also preventing the body from quietly switching into low-power mode. Most people only realize something is wrong when pain shows up. But pain isn't the first signal. Before pain, there's friction. Things feel harder than they used to. Recovery takes longer. Small discomforts don't go away as quickly. I've heard people say, I don't remember injuring myself, but my back just hurts now. That sentence alone tells you a lot. This also explains something many people experience but don't talk about. Sometimes rest doesn't fix tiredness. You lie down longer, you sleep more, and you still feel flat. Because not all tiredness comes from doing too much. Some tiredness comes from not moving at all. Movement doesn't just spend energy. It helps move things through the body. That's why a short walk can sometimes do more than another hour on the couch. Now here's something that really matters. The body cares much more about how often you move than how hard you move. Consistency matters more than intensity. That's why you'll see someone who never works out, but is always on their feet, always moving around, always doing things, and they seem fine. Meanwhile, someone else trains hard a few times a week, but sits the rest of the time and feels worse. The body responds to patterns, not intentions. Modern life quietly removed movement from almost everything. We sit to work, to travel, to relax, and to connect. Nobody planned it this way. It just happened. And the body adapted to that environment the only way it knows how. Then we try to undo the effects with short bursts of effort. But what the body really wants is simpler, to be used regularly. When the body expects to be used, it stays ready. When it expects stillness, it slowly powers down. And that's why regular body movement positively influences our energy levels, mood, recovery, and how fast we age. All at once. So when you hear, "This one habit prevents most diseases," don't imagine a cure. It's really in the simple things. Imagine a body that never fully slipped into disuse. It kept getting reminded, day after day, "I'm still needed." That reminder alone changes how the body system behaves. Movement isn't extra. It's not something you earn. It's the basic condition under which the body works well. That's the real point of this video. Not to convince you to move more often, but to explain what's been happening quietly in the background. And once you notice it, you can't unsee it. When people hear that regular body movement prevents disease, they usually picture specific illnesses. Heart problems, diabetes, joint issues. But that's not really how the body experiences things. The body responds to conditions. And moving regularly quietly improves the conditions under which almost everything works. Think about anything that doesn't get used for a while. A door you haven't opened in months. A tap you rarely turn on. Nothing dramatic happened. Things just got stiff. Slower. A bit unreliable. The body behaves the same way. Long before anyone is told they have diabetes, what usually changes first is efficiency. Energy doesn't move into cells as smoothly. Sugar hangs around in the blood longer than it should. Movement helps keep that system responsive. Not by burning everything off, but by reminding the body, over and over, that things still need to move. The heart works like this too. Early heart issues don't feel serious at first. They feel like getting tired faster than you used to, needing more time to recover from simple effort. Regular movement keeps the heart used to being called on, not in extreme ways, just regularly. Inflammation follows the same pattern. You wake up stiff. Little aches hang around longer. Everything feels heavier after too much sitting. Movement keeps things flowing. And the brain isn't separate from this. Long stretches of stillness affect blood flow and balance, which is why low mood or anxiety often creep in when movement disappears. Joints, bones, digestion, same story. When they're used often, they stay ready. When they're not, they quietly power down. Movement doesn't make you immune to illness. It just keeps systems closer to how they're meant to work. And that's really the point. Not that movement fixes everything, but that not moving slowly breaks a lot of things, quietly enough that we blame something else.